Alright everybody, welcome to the first round of Ancient Cave Swiss format. Today we have RaikouRider versus Czikubi. My name is Temple. We're gonna get this thing kicked off here, let's go. Pretty good race, I think, today. Timer got a little weird, sorry. Just looking at that. Yeah, Raikou, very solid rando runner. I've been racing Raik in Earthbound Randomizer probably since like 2015. Oh, look at that. Same room. Nice. And Czikubi also just a very, not only skilled Earthbound speedrunner, but just generally a very skilled speedrunner. And he's kind of picked up Ancient Cave recently, but I don't doubt that he can put up some extremely good times just based on Earthbound skill alone. So yeah, I think Raik has the slight edge. Oh, I should open a prediction. Let's get that going. Raikou. Czikubi. On that for 20 minutes. Alright, predictions are up. So yeah, point I was getting to was that I if I was to, you know, objectively predict or at least try, I think Raik has the slight edge here based on experience alone. But you know, it's rando. Anyone can win on any given day. So anyway, if you're unfamiliar with Ancient Cave, it's a Earthbound ROM hack. I can think of it as a mod almost. Turns Earthbound essentially just into a giant maze. You can kind of picture in your head as like a cave, you know, with descending floors, but really it's just a giant maze. Whereas Sanctuary bosses are gonna be in between floors, gonna indicate which floor you're on and when you pass through floors. 9 floors totals, 8 bosses for each floor. The bosses are randomized. It's not like it's going to be Titanic Ant first and Mondo Mole, etc., through each Sanctuary boss. They're going to be randomized. They could be anything from, you know, a dog to Ness's Nightmare and an actual like carbon dog and stuff like that. But everything's scaled, so you won't see those like late game bosses early on. I guess it's technically possible, but you don't really see it. So that's pretty much it. We're going to try to explain what's going on here as we go and see what we're getting. Looks like both runners are just kind of slogging through floor 1 so far. You start on floor 1. You start with each party member. And therefore each party member begins with the items they usually start with in vanilla Earthbound. So Jeff joins the party with a big bottle rocket, ruler, protractor. Paula has a bear, that's why you see a bear behind the runners. So yeah, you kind of start with some cool stuff. You also start with $100 just in case you get paywall locked, which can happen. And if you start with no money, that's just unfair. So paywalls being like entrances to museums and stuff like that where you have to pay to get in. So each floor just kind of set up with all these different clusters, different rooms. You just kind of logically find your way through. Okay, Czikubi's found our first hub here, our major hub anyway. Pretty much all the towns are what we consider major hubs just because of how many doors there are on it. Tucson, Threed, Fourside to a lesser extent. Summers, Scaraba, they're all kind of smaller hubs, but Threed is definitely considered one of the bigger ones. There's also an arms dealer, but I think, okay, there's a full heal. Each floor also has one of those full heals, which is good to have. You hear that drop sound there, that was the R button. Nice little quality of life. There's a bunch of quality of life features. Auto run. You see kind of the R button being used to drop recently picked up items, whether it be in a gift box or a battle. It'll drop. Okay, nice. Let's see what we get here. Not too bad of a boss list. So Raikou found a hint man. A hint man will tell you what floor you're on and what bosses you're up against. Extremely useful knowledge, especially if you've skipped, and we'll get into skips a little later. It tells you where you're at and what you're up against, and the boss list isn't too bad, so that's always good. No doggo. I think it was Nightmare on 8, which isn't the worst, and all the other bosses didn't look too bad. So in the meantime, Czikubi has pretty quickly, considering how big Threed is of a hub, and you can get kind of lost in there, Czikubi has found the floor 1 sanctuary boss. Whereas Raik might have to kind of dig through Threed a little more, but I think he's smart enough and experienced enough with randos to understand that he's just got to be door checking as much as possible, which is what Czikubi has done. Especially on these early floors, floors like 1 through 3. You really don't want to be, there we go. Whoops, wrong person. Those early floors, you really don't want to be, you know, kind of dilly-dallying around. You don't want to be checking gift boxes or, you know, trying to raise funds to buy stuff. You want to be progressing. Like, I think that's your main idea. Especially these early floors, you want to be gift box checking later in the cave. As I said, items and enemies scale based on what floor you're on. So if you're on early floors, you're going to get kind of crappy loot, and on late floors, you're going to get the god tier loot. And they kind of like intermix. You know, you can get good stuff. It's not like floor 1 has bad stuff, but generally speaking, as an approach, you know, you don't really want to be digging too much on floor 1. You just want to get out. So Czikubi found department store, which is very helpful. I guess this is a good time to get into how skips work, because this is a good area to find skip items. Basically, anytime you move an NPC, you're activating a skip. A skip is just going to bring you anywhere forwards or backwards into the cave, anywhere from 2 to 5 floors. So the way you know, a typical skip that you're going to see is the monkeys in the monkey cave. Although there are others. There's you know, pencils, erasers. Okay, nice. Raik has found the floor 1 boss. Basically, anytime you're moving something that isn't your party member, forcing it to move, you're skipping, and that's going to bring you to a non-adjacent floor, forwards or backwards, to a maximum of 5 floors. So you can think of it as kind of like an elevator between floors. And so the reason why you find these big shopping hubs, it's good because you're typically gonna come across some skip items, and they're usually pretty cheap. Hamburgers, fresh eggs, picnic lunch, stuff like that. And this early in the run, you really you're really digging for those seed. Czikubi grabbing those burgers. You really want to be grabbing these early and not later. They're less useful later, so it's good to see it early. Alright, there's a skip for Czikubi. I'm sure he's going to take it because this is floor 2. It's not going to floor 1. It's only going forward. Oh, nice. We get a little booster tower. So we don't know where Czikubi is quite yet. I'm gonna try to guess based on what he's seeing. Vital Capsule isn't anything too crazy. This is at max floor 7, at minimum floor 4, so 4 to 7 is the range on this skip. Czikubi does not know what bosses we're up against. He can check here, actually. There's a hint man down below. It looks like he's around floor 6, I want to say, and Raik's on floor 2. Oops, so I'm gonna get used to these. Well, I didn't see that robot for Czikubi that first time around. This robot can be a good fight to take, as you see Raikou going for. It's a lot of experience early, and if you can kill it, you'll be set for quite a few floors. They can just be kind of hard to kill, especially this early. But that worked out for Raikou. First turn, these robots can call for help, which is a huge pain. And its attack hit the teddy bear, so that worked out nicely for him. And this is going to be a huge amount of levels, which early in the cave is extremely helpful, not only because you'll crush anything that's around you, but if you happen to skip to a high floor like Czikubi has, you're somewhat prepared for it. Nice, I love some booster tower. So yeah, I'm gonna take a stab at 2, 3, 4. Ooh, this is a Fabi. Czikubi, I think, is on. I think he hit max skip there, so I'm just gonna. 7, I believe, is where he's at. It can't be 8, so. And you don't see Fabi's before 7, so I think 7 is likely the floor he's on. We'll see if Raikou finds that same skip. It's likely he does, because I think it was pretty close to department store here. And Raik is doing the smart thing and digging for skip items. The item shops are randomized. Personally, I don't recommend looking for like strong item like weapons and defensive items, because you're likely just gonna find stuff better for free, unless you like really need a bat or something. But I find that typically in Ancient Cave, alright, Czikubi might not be that far. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna keep it on the question mark until we find out. Boo-doo. Another way you can tell what floor you're on is the music. You know, if you're skipping backwards and you're not sure if you've gone forwards or backwards, you can listen to the music and kind of figure out, like, oh, I've heard that music backwards on this pass, you know, floor 4 or whatever. Czikubi trying to cheese those greens. They can be a little tricky with the iframes. I'm not sure if Czikubi checked the vendor here, the banana stand, but there is kind of a little nice, almost quote-unquote infinite money strat that you can do. Okay, we'll see where... Okay, Czikubi's on 4. He knows the bosses he's up against now. Spook Trail, Nightmare on 8 is... Actually, Nightmare on 8 can be kind of tough, but I imagine by 8 we're gonna find some pretty good stuff. He's on 4. So I mistake those Fobbies for Fobbies. But there is the banana stand vendor. To finish my thought before, the banana stand vendor in Happy Happy. You can just buy things for nothing. You can just set your price, so you can set it for 0. And if there's anything worth, you know, more than a couple $1,000 in the vendor, you can just stock up for free and then find a selling vendor. Okay, so Raik does find the same skip. You know he's gonna go to 4. So they are on the same floor. So yeah, if you find something of value in the banana stand, set your price to 0, buy a bunch of it, find another vendor, sell it all for a profit, and you can get just an insane amount of money that way, as well as like healing items and things like that. I'm not sure if Czikubi checked it. I don't think he has, but maybe he did while I was looking away, and there was just nothing of particular value in there. Alright, catches a death. Unfortunate. Didn't go too far back though. Okay, here we are. So secret herbs, what else do we have? Okay, so nothing of huge value, but free secret herbs are great. What else is in there? DX water, like free DX water is great. But yeah, I mean, having that many secret herbs, you're essentially immortal. So Czikubi looking for some more skips, which is a smart move, I think, especially mid-cave. Chances are pretty good you're going forward. I can't remember, I don't think we heard this music. See what he gets here. A travel charm. Yeah, this is definitely backwards. Pretty sure. Yeah, for sure. He knows it too. So we're gonna go back to 4. Yeah, travel charm and bag of fries is floor 1, floor 2 loot. I'm pretty sure we heard this song. It was just that floor 2 was kind of short. We skipped pretty quickly. So Czikubi gonna poke around on floor 4 some more. Raikou having to retrace his steps back to that skip. Czikubi getting the classic Amarek audio distortion. There's another skip for Raikou. It looked like you thought about taking it. And that theater lobby is a free one. Let's change Raik to 2, because that's where he's at right now. Opting not to go back to floor 4. I assume he's gonna dig for a full heal. And then maybe trace his steps back to floor 4, or just try to find a different skip. And we know as viewers that there is a different skip. Oh, we found the floor boss already. Nice. He'll probably just solo nest it and just keep the ball rolling. Doesn't want to go back to that high floor skip with solo nests. Alright, Czikubi finding 4 side. Another small hub. Duck. So that's gonna be floor 3. Not enough money for the hospital, unfortunate. So again, Czikubi just kind of poking around floor 4. Just kind of peeking, door checking. Checking the boss list again just to make sure. Nightmare is definitely not good. That could be worse. But Nightmare is definitely kind of tough to deal with. Not as bad as Vanilla Earthbound, I'd say. Simply because you have a full party. Which is kind of more weaponry at your disposal. If you can get your hands on big bottle rockets or something, just have Jeff go nuts on it. So yeah, both players just kind of checking around, door checking, hoping to find either a floor boss or a skip. Ooh, Czikubi finds that skip. Ruler is free. So let's see, this goes to either 6 or higher. Or it's definitely backwards. Yep, floor 1. So Czikubi probably not feeling too happy with these floor 4 skips right now. But I guess that's kind of the danger of skipping mid-cave is... I mean, your chances are pretty much equally forwards or backwards. For the most part. Raik in summer is another kind of mini hub. Typically, if I run into a hub, I try to branch out from it, because if you can find branches off the hub instead of digging in the hub itself, chances are pretty good you're going to loop back into the hub or find your way forward, which I think both are better than just kind of, you know, digging around the hub, trying to tag doors, because you're just going to hit those weird loops, most likely. That's an eraser skip for Czikubi. A little flowy skip. Did he get the... Yeah, he did. Oh, nice. I didn't see the eraser drop. That's cool. I feel like it's rare that you find both the eraser and that skip. Let's see. Ooh, that's deep. It's further than Czikubi was. We'll go to question mark, but... was that ribbon was pretty good. Ooh, on it. That's a big hub. So mini hub into big hub right off the skip. I mean that's an item. The only good thing about on it is that there's like what, 3 gift boxes there, and when you skip this deep, you definitely want those items. Those high floor items are always good. The plat band, things like that. That ribbon that he got. Another quality of life item menu equip. It's one of those things, it's like, why didn't the original game just have that? Let's see, so Czikubi came from 4. So this is minimum 6. I'm trying to think of the stuff he's been seeing. It's the mini boss room now. That's what he was checking as well. Oop, there, you see, there it is. There's that looping on it, like I was talking about earlier. Another Saturn ribbon. Oh, that was a talisman ribbon. Okay. Only Paula can use ribbons. Nice, yeah, that one is a lot better. Looks like predictions are closed. I like finding Dungeon Man late, just because it's like, it's a ton of doors and a lot of items. Like, I feel like some people get this room late and they kind of, oh, this is gonna be a pain. Like this room, like this, you know. But I think there's a lot going on. You get your ATM, a phone, bench heals, like a ton of gift boxes, and what, 6 doors like that. I feel like that's just screams opportunity, in my opinion. Alright, so Czikubi gonna mark another quality of life. The exit mice have been updated to reflect how the breadcrumbs work in Mother 1. So you basically set a point, and then you can use the exit mouse to go back to that point later on, which is a smart thing to do for Czikubi at that point, because if he doesn't progress here, he can just skip having to trudge through all this again. Ooh, Goddess Band is really good. I want to say this is 8, based on the items. So I'm gonna go with that. It could be 9 though. It's 8 or 9. Raik is on floor 4, I believe. He fought the floor 3 boss. Yeah, see the dangers of... Yeah, okay. The dangers of heavy skips. There's heavy enemies. But nice runaway there. It's definitely a high spawn zone. That particular area. And Chaz, the developer of this randomizer, he has altered spawn tiles and kind of not only put them in different places than they are in vanilla, but altered their spawn rates. Some of them are really, really high, and I feel like that one is cranked up for sure. This is Tucson Department Store, which really isn't super helpful at this point. Raikou finding Moonside, which another fun one, I think, personally. Just because there's items and a bunch of doors, like similar idea. No heals, but doors and items. Yeah, same. Rizukun, I believe this is 7 or 8. I don't think it's 9. But yeah, on Raikou's screen, especially around floor 4, you're going to start finding things like Franklin badges, good offensive and defensive items. And Moonside does have a lot of that, so... Nice Moonside into a Moonside room, nice. Czikubi coming across Starman, so... This is leaning more towards 8. I still don't think it's 9. He might just be close to the end of 8. Catching some really good levels here. I haven't seen who has Prey yet. Prey is randomized. Which character has it? Except for Ness. Ness will never have it. Nice. Yeah, Czikubi catching a ton of levels. A little frame droppage for Raik. Let's see if we can... Close enough. Oh, there's another loop into on it. Oh, it's all good, Krogs. Still only a half hour in. We got another race after this one, so still plenty of content. Next race is going to be a banger too, so definitely stick around. I think next race is the feature match for the week. Raik finding that banana stand in Happy Happy that Czikubi found earlier. He's going to take the same vantage and stock up on those secret herbs. I still think the DX waters are 100% worth it too. I think Czikubi skipped out on those. Yeah, see Raik going for those DX waters. Those are incredibly helpful. Late game, and especially for Gygus. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so Czikubi was late on the floor. This could be Nightmare, so he could be in for a doozy here. Depending on... He doesn't know what floor he's on, I don't think. We don't know for sure. Oh, Paula has prey. Nice. Vanille. Yeah, those pallets are pretty sweet. Considering Czikubi had on it, he found this boss pretty quickly. He played it smart. Ooh, it is 7, okay. Whew, a little scary. A little tense moment there. If it was 8, he's in for a world of pain. So you may be wondering, Raikou, why are you fighting Frank? If you kill Frank in the tank here, it's essentially a free hotel for the whole party. So definitely, if you're in rough shape and looking for a heal, just beat the crap out of these guys real quick and catch yourself a nice full heal. Props to Czikubi for kind of just going into that boss fight. Maybe he knew, I don't know for sure, I didn't see if he knew what floor he was on, but if he didn't know what floor he was on, like we didn't know, or I didn't know, that could have been Ness's Nightmare and an incredibly difficult fight. Figure out my hotkeys. Frank and tank. Nice. Oh. Welcome to Earthbound, Czikubi's son, or daughter. Nice track. Ooh, and Raik finds that four-side hub, which I believe is where Czikubi caught the same skip to where he is now. So Raik could sniff his way out to floor 7 there in a similar way that Czikubi did. Dang, I missed that stuff that Czikubi had got. These floor 8 gift boxes are 100% worth it. Legendary bat, very nice. Like any gift boxes, 7, floor 7 and higher, just like take it every time. Let's see if Raikou finds that skip. Yeah, I assume he figures he's got enough levels. It's probably his thought process. I'm surprised by not getting the gift box, but yeah. Everyone's got their prerogative. Yeah, and you can stutter. You don't even have to fight the mole. You can stutter that mole. This is a great room to catch. I love that room. A little mini hub here for Czikubi. Yeah, these enemies can be pretty scary. Looks like Carrot Key was a skip to 8. I don't think we saw either the key or that skip. Yeah, the lab is sweet. It's got a vendor, a save, and a full res. Great little area to grind levels if you're in desperate need. Because even if some kids die, you just full res. So Czikubi definitely with a pretty heavy edge here. Unless Raik happens to find that same skip. Oh, is this it? Yeah, okay, so this is the skip to 7 that Raik is gonna find. We notice, because we're watching both. Oh wait, no, that wasn't. Never mind. I know what I'm doing. I thought that was it. I forgot that was the ruler. What was it? Czikubi does have the key. Wow. Czikubi found some pretty good skip items early that I completely missed out on. He had the eraser and the key, which is pretty sick. Oh, those guys exploding on death. Always kind of more scarier than it actually is. If there's more than one enemy, you just save those guys for last, and you're fine. So Czikubi grinding some levels here. Prepping for Ness's nightmare. It'd be nice to find some firepower, but you can't really bank on it. Oh, it was ruler. Okay. Oh, he took. Right. I'm trying to think which skip was the floor 7 skip. Yep, you're right. Okay. It was the eraser. I was just talking about it. I should have known. This 4-side vendor, I swear, never has anything good. Like, so much better in vanilla. And I'm not sure if Raik also found the eraser. That's another factor. Can't say for sure. There's just too much happening between both seeds. It's impossible to keep track of what each person has found. I didn't see Czikubi check this vendor before. I guess he's just not interested. It really is. It's tough, especially alone, but I don't mind doing it alone. I kind of most of the time prefer just doing it alone, but the right people, it's fun. It's just a lot going on. Okay, so here's that eraser skip. Or flowy skip. Oh, hype room, nice. Yeah, usually you just gotta kind of pick one. Ooh, sea pendant, nice. Yeah, this is the Ancient Caves hype room equivalent. Definitely something you want to catch on a late floor. Sea pendant, really good find. A bazooka, pretty solid. Even that snake, I don't know if it would work on the nightmare, but bazooka's a good find. Obviously, sea pendant is exactly what you want. In terms of like, so for AC, there's nothing you like need to like unlock Geiger. So you get to Geiger, there's no like key items. You just gotta find them, but you do, to make things easier on yourself, you do kind of want some high tier pendants and some damage output is basically what you're looking for. Franklin badge is nice, but you can't always bank on it. Snake is pretty good. You can use the snake in interesting ways. Okay, Raik getting a vendor, or a ballistics vendor here. We'll see what he finds. Definitely something you're looking for. Little dog vendor, yeah, BBRs and MBRs. It's like such a tough choice. Looks like he's gonna go for the hyper beam and BBRs, which is honestly, in my opinion, I think in Ancient Cave generally BBRs are better. MBRs are obviously really good, but I think BBRs are going to be a little more consistent for you. And even then, they're not going to be super consistent, but they're super cheap compared to MBRs. Yeah, the palette swap can really mess with you in terms of like cities and things like that. In like small rooms. But on it's still a huge hub. So a skip on floor 8 is not something you're looking for. Looks like Czikubi's interested regardless, but this is a guaranteed skip backwards. A skip will never take you to an adjacent floor. So a skip on floor 8 will not take you to floor 9 ever. Nice, that was a Silver, yeah, Silver Gunna remix, I think. So depending on the route Raikou takes, he could catch up here. Can be kind of easy with these late floors to kind of just get stuck in the middle of the floor and kind of flounder around. It happens a lot. Sometimes unavoidable. It sucks being in these sewers. These enemies just zooming around. You're slogging away. Sewers are definitely not something you want to see late. Ah, cool loops and on it. Gotta love it. Ooh, Earth Pendant's a nice find. Not top tier pendant, but A tier. Okay, there's the beginning of the floor. Found her all the way back. So it looks like we looped around. That's super confusing. The two sewers. And also, like, super unfortunate. For floor 8. Yes. Oh, nice green. Sometimes with these door spawns, sometimes you just gotta go for it. Something I personally need to get better at is doing that kind of thing. Is taking a green. I tend to get frustrated in door despawn a million times. Fobbies are running, always helpful. So Czikubi looped around. It looks like he's just gonna work his way back through the loop. Which is a smart move. Eventually he'll get back to his hub and go a different direction that he branched off of before. But in the meantime, Raik is you know, gaining ground on floor 7. Getting those door checks. He's eventually going to find this boss. I don't think the boss was too far off of on it. Or 1 TT, as I like to call it. Okay, so we found our heal room. Ah, yes. Dalam was our mini hub. That's what it was. Ooh. Arms vendor, nice. What are we selling? Ooh, super bombs are super helpful. Just expensive. But I assume Czikubi could sell a couple things for some loot. It's kind of why anytime you see an ATM, you kind of always want to max out. You never know when you're going to run across one of these guys. Full heal, nice. Right off of Dalam. Yeah, so Czikubi must not know about the adjacent skip thing. It's not something you would know unless someone either told you or... I think it does say in the FAQ. You'd have to read the FAQ, which no one does. I didn't read the FAQ. Who reads facts, right? Czikubi figured it out based off the enemy that it's backwards. Boop, boop, beep, boop, beep. Oh, it's weird. He still has that previous floor's music. He's got to go through this store. It'll change. So Czikubi probably thinking like, what did I miss? At least that's what I'd be thinking right now, because I don't know which way he has to go. And you're probably in your head going like, What did I miss? Like, what branch? What, like, 3-door room am I not remembering? It's probably something like this, you know? One of these Monotoli rooms. Oh, these eels for Raik are never a fun time. It's good. It's good to read facts. It's. I should. I wish I did. Extremely helpful information in there. Chaz was always yelling at me on my first season, like, read the fact, it's all in there, man. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't get it, what is it, you know? The fact is, for AC, is extremely helpful. I guess it's more of a readme than a fact, but whatever. Well, this is probably a little hub that Czikubi can make some progress on. He's probably saying, oh, these goddamn sewers again, yeah. That's what that stall was for, just like, ugh. I remember these. Yup, exactly. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's the door we're looking for. It's Nightmare, but I'm sure Czikubi's gonna take on Nightmare 100% at this point. It's a race, you just gotta throw caution to the wind. Take the risks. He's probably checking what shield he knows, which is a smart move for Nightmare, because Nightmare is 100% gonna be rocketing. So it's definitely a smart strat. Wow, how did he not get in a fight there? That's some frame perfect L trigger right there. But yeah, the shield is extremely smart here. You see a lot of kind of newer runners approach this fight and they never throw that size shield up and are wondering why this is so hard. So we're gonna break this shield. Luckily it's not a reflect shield. But yeah, Czikubi, like I said, that EB knowledge that he has is paying off here. Ooh, power shields. That means there is no psychic shield anymore. There can only be one shield, and the Nightmare does both, so that's helpful. The Rockins are coming at some point. And this fight is somewhat scripted. There it is, okay. Rip Paula. The HP is going to be randomized, and those freezes, it seems like Nightmare is a little bit resistant. Yeah, he's going to try to... I don't think the shield killer works on anyone but Jeff. And it doesn't, even when it's on Jeff, it rarely ever works. Like, it's pretty useless. It has a cool name, but it doesn't actually do anything most of the time. Even if you're fighting like Electro Spectre or something and you're trying to crush that shield, it rarely ever works. I've actually never seen it work personally, but I don't use it that often because I've lost faith in it. There's that Omega. Didn't work. That's an unfortunate side effect of Rockins. Yeah, this is why you don't want this fight. Okay, I mean, yeah. It's a tough position for sure. Yeah, break that shield. Good move. Good move. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Spectre typically will just neutralize everyone. Jeez, that's super unlucky. That rocket missing. The Nightmare must have super high speed, which means even having big bottle rockets probably wouldn't have even helped. So it looks like... Oh, nice. GG. I was about to say, Nightmare rolled like ridiculous HP and a shitty freeze resistance. But Czikubi got through. GG. Good stuff. Handled that fight extremely well. Oh, there's that. A lot of heads-up moves from Czikubi in that fight that made it work. Breaking shields. Ooh, and that sucks. The first door into floor 9 is Tucson. It's one of those things, if you skipped into floor 9 super early, it's awesome because your chances of finding Gygus are like pretty good. Like even now, the odds of Gygus being behind one of these, what, 20 some odd Tucson doors is like pretty high. Whereas if you came into like a narrow branch or something, you're gonna be digging for a minute. I mean, you're gonna be digging for a minute either way, but... Wow. Czikubi crushing those door triggers. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to floor 9, here's Tucson. But yeah, it's definitely one of those strats you see in like, you know, sub 50 and sub 40 runs. They skip onto 9 super early. It happens to be like in the middle of Tucson, and they just like catch a Gygus door like immediately. I can't speak for Czikubi and what his plans are, but I assume he's mostly ready for Gygus. He's got pendants. I don't think he has Shield Sigma yet. Shield Sigma is another kind of requirement. It's not necessary. You don't have to have it to kill Gygus, but it's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier, and it's guaranteed you're going to learn it. It's just a matter of when. So I assume Czikubi is just trying to find Gygus at this point, and then kind of let everything else work itself out from there, once he figures out where Gygus is. Is it 19 doors? Yeesh. It's still, I think that's the most. It's the most doors you can catch in a room. Boom, boom, boom. Some Knights of DMCA. Looks like Pencil Eraser was a floor 9 skip. I was kind of like looking when you're on floor 9, just kind of peek at what doors skipped in, just kind of for funsies. Yeah, Tucson's big, and gotta love those Amrek audio swells. It's a specific, or it's like the new versions of Amrek do that. I think you need like 1.5 or something. There's one version of Amrek that doesn't cause those audio swells. The rest do it. I don't think, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe Raik is still on floor 7. I don't think Raik fought Trill yet, unless he did. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Banana Stand and Happy Happy had DX waters too. Super helpful late game. Boom, 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 boom. I guess if I just keep talking over the audio, we can't get DMCA'd. Yeah, it looks like Raik On It can do this to you. It sucks. I think On It is one of the biggest culprits of just like jerking you around. Sometimes it's really hard to like get grounded on it. So Raik could, this is technically the last stop for floor 9 skips. Nope, this is backwards. Ooh, double mooks, scary. Still on 7, okay. Good to know. Yeah, I've definitely been on the receiving end of this On It screw jobbery. You're just like, God, On It, just give me the door I'm looking for. Like, what is happening? And like you've looped, and it's just like, what is this? Where is this one door that I'm looking for? And it can be really frustrating, especially in a race setting where you're like, you have no idea where your opponent is. Like, you're probably assuming they're crushing you. coming down to this section of Tucson, luckily, like, Czikubi heads up again. Good EB knowledge knows if you hug this right side towards the bottom, it's kind of a nice little shortcut. Sudden Guts Pill. Not useful. The capsules are very useful, but the sudden ones are not super useful. You can only use it for one fight. So I assume Czikubi has either looped around Tucson or just hit dead ends, and is just kind of trying to figure out which way is the way. AC is very Mandalorian in that sense, in that you're just trying to find the way. Which way is the way? And it's kind of hard to mental elasticity to remember which door you came in on. I don't think he's checked the Berglund Park door or this right side door. I think those are the only two that Czikubi hasn't checked off. Huh. Maybe he just remembers what's in there or something. Yeah, this far right door can be forgotten, and then that Berglund Park one is kind of often forgotten too, just because it's Everdread's door, and if you're coming from a vanilla background, which Czikubi is, you kind of tend to forget about that door. And I believe Raik is on the right path here, towards the boss. Hey, what's up, Hunter? Monotoli? What do you mean? What is it you reference? Sorry, I'm dumb. Oh, there's the Everdread door. This is probably the way. Nope, I'm wrong. What door hasn't Czikubi checked? Or maybe it's like a branch off of one of these doors. Oh, right. No, I know what you're talking about. Yep. I think that's probably... that's likely what he's looking for. And that's something that'll happen too. And again, that's one of those mental elasticity things that come with randos. It's like remembering all these things at once. But that's one of those things that gets me frustrating. You get into those, like Hunter says, those Monotoli building door or rooms that have like 3 or 4 doors. You find the branch into those, and then it can be really difficult to find your way back in. There it is. Okay. So this is what Hunter was talking about. This is likely what he's looking for. It's gotta be one of these two. That's at least, maybe not like Gygus, but the way towards Gygus. This is a full zombie hooker heal. Uh-oh, we lost Raik. Damn, pretty good HP rolls for Jeff and Pooh. They're into the 300s already. Paula has Prey, so she's the one you want with the beefy HP. Yeah. I forgot about the Amrek swells. My Amrek used to do that. Until I got the right version. It was always fun during streams. Forget, I have the Amrek version, but I can't see right now. But there's one specific version that doesn't do that. Okay, looks like Czikubi is on the right path here. Yep. These all look very promising. I assume he's gonna find Gygus. Ooh, that's a nice full heal right there. That's also, okay, so a nice little point there on that Star Master spawn location. That's also, it's like a pseudo save. Like if Czikubi had gone down there and triggered that Star Master sequence, not only does he get a full heal, but that's a mark. It's a respawn point. So it kind of works as a save. It's pretty useful if you trigger that, because if you die, you'll just go right back to that point, and then you just full res off the Star Master again. Jazz keeps wanting to take that room out, and I keep begging him to leave it in for that reason. Brick Road's basically a hotel there too, free hotel. Czikubi is closing in on Gygus for sure. Ooh, there's a phone, that's super helpful. Doesn't pop the save, interesting. Okay, Raik has found the floor 7 boss, very nice. It's gonna be Trill. Some of these like room splits, these branches for Czikubi are tough. Can be a bit frustrating. He's like, oh, you know, Gygus is here somewhere. Like, it's gotta be behind one of these doors. He just perpetually isn't. Ooh, going for the skip. Even though the old floor 9 shark member, never too terrifying. I think Czikubi's on the right path here. Oh, fast boy, getting away from that Electro Man. Diadem, pretty useless. You start to find Pooh gear on floor 9 and none of it is useful. Those fires might be running. Yeah, it looks like they are. That's another kind of like heads up thing in AC is sometimes those enemies will just be running and you're not sure. You won't know. Raik taking that moo cow fight. Nice, going for the stutter here. I like the mall stutters. Solid play. Super plush bear. I think that's actually fairly useful. Bat with a no badge seed. Right, yeah, if you beat the floor boss, that's the main thing. If you beat the floor 8 boss, oh, there he is, okay. If you beat the floor 8 boss, those fires will run. but sometimes like the fobbies and things like that, you're kind of unsure. It's like based on offense. Alright, so set the exit mouse. Good set there. He's banking on, because he hasn't saved in a while. So if he dies here on this first attempt, you can just, once you you know, go back, you can just exit mouse back to that Geiger's door after the death. Alright, taking on Geeg. We got a C pendant, no badge. Bazooka for damage. Yeah, definitely gonna keep Jeff up. If Pokey's resistant to freeze, this could get difficult. I believe that Sidonia cover is complete, yes. And you can choose custom tracks. So you can just like set it as your floor 1 in the seed, and then just sit on floor 1 and listen to the whole thing. If you wanted. Alright. Phase 1 Geeg, always stressful. Pokey's weaknesses are randomized compared to vanilla, so he's not guaranteed the paralyze is going to work. But if he's resistant to paralyze, either hypnosis or brain shock will also work. He'll never be resistant to all 3. Let's see how this paralyze goes. Yeah, okay. Low resistance to paralyze, always good. Looks like we got Rockin' Alphid, always good. So this phase 1 is going pretty smoothly so far. For Czikubi, Paula has a ton of psychic points, so that's always good. Keep those shields up. It looks like Pokey is resistant to freeze. Pretty bad. Yeah, he's kind of looking for alternatives. Unfortunately, the only alternative here are the Thunders. And you kind of don't want to risk those because they can reflect off Gygus. Smashes. That was a sick smash from Ness. Like 370 or something. Widowed Dweeb. Miss Porky. These are great names for the final bosses. Miss Porky and Widowed Dweeb. Looks like Czikubi missed the shield turn, but it paid off. Alphid again. You'll see, sometimes, me especially, if you watch me stream and run AC, I'll count out loud the shield blocks, just so I don't lose count. It happens a lot, especially in AC, if these phase 1s go on for a long time. Oh, nice. So Pokey fortunately didn't have a ton of HP. And Czikubi getting some pretty nice smashes from Ness. Yeah, I think he forgot, to be honest. It happens a lot, like I said. It can kind of lose count of what's happening. You're not sure if you've hit that third use or not. Gygus's resistance will be different as well. He's not necessarily resistant to freeze. A good strategy here without a Franklin badge is to brain shot Gygus, just to mitigate the damage he can do here. Gygus. I like Genghis too. So if you brain shot Gygus, the chances are pretty good he's gonna take those lightnings and whip them back at himself. Brain shock, super useful for Gygus fights. All 3 phases. Brain shock is incredibly useful. Oh no, and Paul is down. That's no fun. Luckily, we have all these secret herbs. Ooh, and it looks like Raik found the floor 8 boss really fast. So GG's on that, and that was a super fast floor 8. I'm sitting here focusing on Gyga's fight, and all of a sudden, Raik has found the floor 8 boss. Oh, nice. So on to phase 3. Again, pretty scary because we don't have a Franklin badge, but we do have strong pendants, so that helps. We gotta pick Paula up. I'm not sure. Yeah, Ness has secret herbs, so yeah, we gotta pick up Paula. Yeah. Nice. This is kind of... Well, no. Never mind. You don't really want a Brain Shock turn 1. You want a Brain Shock turn 2 on phase 3. But yeah, the lightnings are a problem here, for sure. Active problem. So that's why you see Czikubi rezzing Ness, so Ness can keep Paula healed. I believe that is his game plan here. But Brain Shock, again, incredibly useful in this type of situation. Nice, floor 9 for Raik. Very nice. Welcome to Tucson. Nice. With a C pendant and no Franklin badge, you do want to see those non-lightning turns happen. Any non-lightning turn is a blessing. Because even if Paula gets hit, it's only could be max 8 or 9 damage. Oh, rip Ness. Yeah, crap, that nightmare fight went by really fast too. I know Raik was pretty stocked on artillery, so I assume that is how that fight went. Oh yeah, the race kid, the prey kid never gets hit twice. The odds. What are the odds, right? I played Chaz as devil advocate here. What are the odds? You're safe, right? Double lightning the prey kid. No. These things... It's fake news. These are all not truths at all. Keepo! Alright, so not many lightnings here. Always nice. This is second to last prayer, so this is basically if you make it through this second to last prayer without dying, it's a GG win. Yep, okay. That's a GG win for Czikubi. Super good time. Sub 115 is definitely what you're looking for in the tournament. I'd be psyched on a sub 115 in tournament setting. Ooh, that solidify. Ouch. What's up, Bolt? Nice. Congrats on Plat 1. Yeah, I made Plat a couple hours after the end of stream the other day. GG's Czikubi. And congrats to the predictors who chose that prediction correctly. Looks like it was 2 people. Choose outcome. Czikubi. So be sure to use those channel points on the next race to decide who is the winner on the next race, which is going to be AndyPerfect versus DoctorSwellman. Feature match of the week. Yeah, GG's to Czikubi. Well played. Very, very smart plays all around from Czikubi. Someone's knocking at the door. What an annoying knock. That's you, Pokey. Hear that annoying knock. Sorry, I'm just doing some record keeping. Czikubi posted a 1:13:35. Gotta count his NPH. I think I only saw like 2 or 3. IIRC. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. It's a race, you know. You gotta bet on races. Hell yeah! Nice, Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, it's a good race. I think they're both equally scared of each other. It's kind of great. You got Andy being like, "Man, I don't want to race Doc." Doc's like, "Man, I don't want to race Andy." They're both like, "Oh, ooh, nice." Oh, what's up, Brash? That race is maybe not immediately following this one, but it's supposed to start at 9. But we'll see Raik finish it out, and we'll probably just stay live until Andy and Doc begin you late. Oh wow, 10k damage received. Ouch. No chickens freed. Feels bad, man. Oh, 2 NPH. Nice. That's really good. Alright, Rizukun. Be safe. It's pretty good. Pretty good. That Phineas and Ferb. Ooh, Raik takes a wipe. That's never a good time. And there's the past Super Series winners. Get your name in the credits for winning this tournament. Let's go over to Raik. You never pizza when you're supposed to French fry. You're gonna have a bad time. Well, that audio is incredibly low. This is how she goes, boys. Crank to the max. The Tucson Crawl. I'm gonna try to... I don't see Andy online, so he must be still waiting. Once I see Andy online, I might tag Andy and Doc and see where they are, because this one's gonna be done pretty soon. And then we'll probably just stay live until the race starts. If they have to wait until 9, which would be fine. he dropped frames. Do, 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 do. So Czikubi off to a 1-0 start. Always feels good. 113 is a really good time, like I said. I think anybody in the tournament right now would be very happy with that time. So let's see. Raik's gonna have to find that Monotoli mini cluster, and then Gygus is a good ways off a branch from there. Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be hyped with a 113. I mean, I think that's what I got in the first round, and I was very happy. I think 112 is the fastest so far in the first round. Yeah, Thomas with a 112.49. 0, no problems here too. Thomas coming out hot. Quick drop, quick drop. Yeah, sometimes you're really hoping for that, for the payoff on bottom right on it there, especially if you're lost. You're like, oh, it's gotta be that bottom right door I never checked, and then it's just a dead end. It's so demoralizing. Oh. Why? Oh, I see Andy lurking in chat. Andy, if you're listening, how ready are you? Not to call out lurkers or anything, but I'm sure he's got his eye on the race, and when it's yeah, when is Andy not ready? True facts. Whoa. Took a weird turn, Krogoth. Gotcha. Ah, yes. The forgotten entrance door. Pretty sure that the Monotoli door was up here, this upper part of Tucson. Nice, good green. This unpredictable teleport coming right out the door. Yeah, Yeah, Floor 9 Tucson's kind of kicking the balls. Never something you want to see. Not that way. I don't have a spoiler, unfortunately. The tournament seeds... Ah, that's the room. The tournament seeds are locked from spoilers. Only Chaz has the key. And he's not around. Sometimes he hooks me up if I'm commentating. But he's not around. Okay. Andy will be around in 15. Nice. Well, Raik's on the right train of thought here. He is going to trigger Star Master, which I think is a really smart move. Yeah, they put a pretty good amount of work into those dragon sprites. I think Ori had those custom done. I think Quattro did them. Quattro usually does a pretty good job with those sprites. No, it's probably too long of a pause. We're gonna get DMCA'd here for this track. Oh no! I don't remember specifically the route to Gygas here, but he is... Oh, here it is. Sorry, I just meant the rest of the Knights of Sidonia track. Yeah, it does this whole section. We all remember playing this one on Guitar Hero, right? Ah, rip. It's one of the drawbacks of Ancient Cave is the song restarts anytime you get in a fight. What's up, RBM? Looks like Raik got himself a couple C pennants, very nice. Yeah, towards the end it was tough. I mean, you'd appreciate the Dargan party. Full Dargans. Nice, there he is, okay. Hey. Yeah, no one likes the A name. I did it. I put A in a semifinals race last year, and Ori was not happy with me. I received a couple angry DMs from Ori, scolding me for doing A and not a meme name. When Ori scolds you for not memeing, you know you fucked up. My reasoning was, it was my race to get into finals, and it was up against Thomas, and I had, obviously I have no idea where he is, and I was having an awful seed. Like, it was not a good seed. So I just wanted to fucking get through it. Like, I was just so over the seed. I was like, hey, let's go. Like, I want to win. I gotta win this race to get into the finals. Like, I don't care. Get me through this fight. Alright. How we gonna do, guys? Ooh, interesting strategy here. I kind of like it. Goes for the Omega Brain Shock. I think that's actually a pretty smart move. You might as well, right? Like, get two birds stoned at once. Like, hit the paralysis and hit the Brain Shock, and like, if both of them miss, you know it's hypnosis. So it's pretty smart. And having Gygus feel strange is good. He'll damage Pokey. He will reflect damage off himself, but I think most runners, any runners that do this strat, probably don't care about that reflect damage off Gygus. So there you go. All you strat hunters. Decent strat for phase 1 is the Brain Shock Omega. I don't believe Pokey didn't have much HP in phase 2. Gygus didn't have too much HP, so should be a bit of a breeze here, especially with the ice. He's getting nice reflect damage off those Rockins. Yeah, that's definitely a strat if Pokey's resistant to freeze. Just have Paula crank out those shields. There we go. Yeah, not too bad of HP on Pokey. Suxy is resistant to freeze, but luckily he doesn't have a ton of HP. Let's see, 40. Yeah, we're pretty close. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's always heads up play, letting that HP tick up. You use rolling HP to your advantage, going both directions. Tick ups and tick downs. It's one of those things kind of pick up from vanilla if you've run it long enough, which Raikou has done. Raiku's done enough vanilla and rando to know how to work those scrolling HPs. So, Raikou definitely handling Gygus super well. He made a lot of really smart plays. Experience plays. You can tell he's done this a lot. And he does a lot of randos. I assume we'll see a brain shock here. Nope. Okay. I guess both runners figuring Ness healing is enough. You don't need a brain shock, which is completely acceptable. I just figured Raik seemed like a big fan of brain shock strats. I was curious if we'd see them. But heal is, the life ups are just as useful without a badge. Especially with Paula at 210 HP, it's going to take 2 lightnings. With 4 kids, it's somewhat likely, but... Or pretty likely, actually. Boom. Boom. Ness going down, I imagine he just leaves Ness down. It's gonna shorten the chances of lightning connecting. Oh, nice. You got a pre-heal. Oh, cool. Yeah, queued up a heal on Ness, and it worked out. Good guess. Oh, I should probably roll seeds for the next race. Beep-a-deep-a-doo. Looks like we'll be able to jump right into the next one, which is cool. Can't type. So yeah, don't go anywhere, everybody. We're jumping right into the next race, and it's gonna be a good one. AndyPerfect versus DoctorSwellman, 2 of the toppest of the top tier AC runners. Going at it in round 1. Basically a playoff bracket caliber race. This will be final prayer. We'll have GG's for Raik. Made it through that second to last one unscathed. GG Raik. GG's to the racers. That was like a 139.10. Yeah. Sorry, more bookkeeping. Alright, Alright, we're just gonna check our NPHs here and then we will switch over. Let's get this set. Yeah, it's a tough bet on the next one. I feel like it's 50-50. Which I'm not, I don't know if there's a way to like set odds, but there's no way to on that one. It's 50-50 right down the line. One off for 420 door transitions. Bummer. Just checking the NPH here. 10. Ouch. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to splash screen. We're gonna set up for the next race, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, chat. I gotta use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna get this thing started. So, BRB, don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Alright, this is gonna be a good one, y'all. Gonna be a good one. The fuck? I'm gonna start predictions now. Let's get your predictions in, everybody. Good luck with that one. Alright, let's get this thing going. Nice, Andy. Good beat movement there. Good stuff. Alright, showdown for the ages. Oh wow, nice. Looks like you guys are taking Andy by a long one here. Holy crap. 5, 7. Let's get these to line up a little more. Nice. So again, both... sorry, I'm gonna kind of skip out on the technical inner workings of AC on this one. Just because we went through it in the last race, I'm just gonna kind of commentate on what's happening. So just like the last race, both racers hitting department store pretty early, which is good. Like I said, skip items are aplenty here, which is exactly what you want for early goodness. Doc dropping frames. Alright, looks like 61% to 39 Doc right now. Ooh. Nice. I love the predictions, man. GG to Twitch on that one. Alright. Looks like we're both in the same room, but other sides, I think? Unless they're different, sewer rooms. Andy, of course, going for Tessie. Gotta love the Tessie face. Especially in these sewers. Tessie just seems adept at floating around in these sewers. Ooh. We got the nice room. Not really what you want to see early in the cave, but still a good room. Okay, so we're right around the same area. Ooh, that's an NPH for Andy. Strike one. Take that save every time. Check the shop. Oh yeah, same room, boys and girls. And gender neutral. Same room. It's good to take a couple of these fights early, even the crows, even if it's just 1 XP. Ooh, and Swellman quickly finding the floor 1 boss very fast. Andy, I'm sure, not too far behind. So, very quick off the bat here. Sub 5 minute floor 1 is definitely good. I don't know if it's gonna especially be sub 5, but in that area. Yeah, I think I assume the only custom sprite Andy picked was Tessie. He probably went rando elsewhere. Probably random vanilla, random custom for, or random custom, random vanilla, random custom. Holy fuckles, it's Knuckles. Nice. So both runners off to a scorching start here, as expected from 2 experienced runners. Again, if people aren't aware with these runners, Doc probably runs this the most out of anyone currently. This guy just grinds out seeds like nobody's business. And Andy is just a beast. He won last year. He was 2nd place the year before, so both of these guys just absolute AC monsters. GG to Doc taking out that cultist. No problemo. Andy thinking about this one. How do I kill a cultist quick? Nothing too scary. Doc finding a save in an ATM. Not too shabby. Pick up a little bit of loot. Not too much off that cultist, but 30 bucks, 30 bucks. And Andy on to floor 2. All right. Anybody's game at this point. Yeah, Andy's a full package, though. Doc is kind of the new Andy. I'd hate to compare the two. It's impossible. That's not really what I'm doing here. But Doc is, you know, he's a world record caliber vanilla runner, much like Andy has been in the past. You know, very similar resumes from these guys. Handsome, smart, charismatic. Okay, these are factors I did not consider, and you're very much correct. I cannot refute. Doc is straight dank. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, good music, good floor 2 music for sure. Doc catching that free full heal. Floor 2 loot, nothing too special. But still, if you see presents, you might as well take them, right? Never know what you're gonna get. Skip item. I just think it's not worth it to particularly go out of the way for skip items this early, which no one's doing. But ooh, that's a lot of slugs. Andy catching some XP early here. Andy's my dad. He raised me well. He raised me well in the Earthbound ways. Oh. Never fun when you're going for that despawn, or the door, backing out the door to despawn and catch you right in the back. What What are we at here? 61% Doc, 39% Andy. So far in the predictions. Good fight here for Doc. A little scary, took out Jeff, but for the kids that survive this fight, it's gonna... Ooh, and nice. Doc catching that. The enemy death before Jeff died, so he keeps Jeff, which is great, and that's a ton of XP. It's the kind of scripted fight you want to take early for sure. Ton of XP, smart move from Doc there. I'm sure Andy will find that room too and pretty much do the same thing. 2 sub 50s, wow. That is ambitious. Oh, it's 2021, you can have as many dads as you want. Keep it loose in these modern era. My 5 dads. Alright, so both racers found any skips yet. I'm sure that's what they're both looking for. It sounds like something TBS would pick up and put on TV. The room Andy is in right now is one of my least favorites. The spawn tiles in that room are off the hook. Okay, here's a skip for Doc. It's pretty safe that it's forward. It's not going to go back to floor 1, so we are on question mark. Unless he already skipped and I didn't notice it. Ooh, he ends up right behind a boss. He's not going to fight it because he doesn't know what it is, doesn't know where he's at. You don't want to get bodied on some boss that you're not sure what it is. Alright, Mole Cave's a big hub for Doc. He might check this, he might just check this Sank spot just to see where he is. Yep, okay, so he's on floor 4. Car Painter's a little scary. But took him out no problem. Smash that BBR. Easy game. Andy kind of getting caught in what can happen on these early floors is a lot of these enemies tend to mob up. And you can't really get away from them a lot of the time. You just end up having to fight them a bunch of times. It just can be kind of slow. Alright, looks like Andy's gonna find that same skip. Unless he already took it. I can't remember if this room Andy's in was... Yeah, no, okay, that's still floor 2. Doc's gonna make his way around Mole Cave. He knows there's a free exit mouse in there, which I'm sure is why he set that one pretty much immediately. He knows if he strays out too far from this hub, he can just exit mouse back and get a free one. Always smart to exit mouse, set an exit mouse in a room where there's already an exit mouse, especially in a hub like this. Is resetting, nice, right in the middle. Or resetting the mouse, that is. Yeah, and he's gonna hit that skip door pretty soon here. Yep, there it is, okay. So Andy will also be on 4. So you can see, you know, these guys have pretty similar instincts when it comes to navigating the cave. Oh, we got the Johnny Be Good remix. Love it. I'm still homeless. Rip. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that. It's an unfortunate circumstance. Johnny, go, go. For those unaware, this is the Frank theme mashed up with Johnny Be Good, which is what it's based off of. Doc taking a mole fight here, smart move, catch a bunch of levels. One of those things you'll see experienced runners and even intermediate runners do quite a bit. Is, you see these moles early, you fight them every time. And since Doc knows he's on 4, he knows it's worth to check all these presents. I'm sure he's running over to this one, check this one. Floor 4 is when the goods start getting pretty good. I don't believe either runner has seen the boss list yet, so it's not like we can be diving into bosses all willy-nilly. Sometimes you can, you know, if you know what the bosses are and you're on floor 4, you skip ahead, it's like, alright, let's go, this is something easy. Go, Johnny, go! There's some real quality remixes in the custom music. Megalocracia, another big favorite of mine. Only 8 minutes left on those predictions, y'all. Get them in. Get them in. Before it's too late. Too bad the over-under is no different now than it was at the beginning. We're both in like the same spot. Ooh, a rabbit's foot. Nice find. That's one of those, you know, not every find is a good one, but those ones that you're looking for, that's one. Rabbit's foot is one you're definitely happy to find. Rabbit's foot's gonna boost not only speed, but BBR damage throughout the run. Always happy to have that. Some great noises coming out of the rando sometimes. Ooh, Vital Capsule's nice. A lot of the capsules kind of vary in who you want to use them on, but I'd say, you know, most of the time, when Doc gets a Crystal Charm, also very nice for similar reasons. Most of the time, the capsules you're giving to whoever has prey. Vital Capsule, obviously, goes straight to the prayer person. It's gonna boost their life. But you can also get, like, IQ capsules. What else? Guts capsules, which are also great for the prayer person in case they get, you know, hit for lethal. Having that guts boost is helpful. So yeah, those capsules, they're here and there. Ooh, Andy racking up those no problem heres. Talk to face, very nice, that's a full heal. Oh, that would be amazing, Uko. Yeah, the rando is great for mashups. There's a lot of really good mashups. Alright, Andy, like I said earlier, similar to Doc, set that exit mouse in a place he knew he could get another one. So if he ends up in a place that's not great... Ooh, carrot key skip for Doc, nice. If he ends up in a place that he doesn't want to be, he can just exit mouse back, which is exactly what he did. Doc, we don't know where he is. We assume it's either floor 1, 2, or it's 6, 7. Oh, I missed what he got there. Plat band, it's pretty deep. he's definitely forward, and he was on 4, so it's either, I'd say 7 or 8 is where Doc is. Another skip. I don't think he has a pencil eraser. Yeah, EB Muse can be tough, but if you're musically inclined, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, I don't know it very well, but... Two sub-50s? Let's get here. Coin of Silence. That's not super good. But he is forward for sure. I want to say with the Coin of Silence it's 7. But you did just make the rules. Ooh, arms dealer. For Andy? Ooh, no money, but BBRs and MBRs. Okay, Rizukun is enforcing the rules. The enforcer. So Andy had some stuff he could sell. Lots of stuff he can sell, actually. I'm sure he's just gonna stock up on BBRs. Ooh, what's Doc got here? BBRs and super bombs. Wow. Holy crap. Okay, so both runners have pretty sweet vendors here. Oof. Especially with Andy having a rabbit's foot and Doc even with the crystal charm are both really good things to combo with rockets. So Doc taking a different route through Mole Cave, and it's paying off. He's pretty far ahead here. We'll see if Andy finds that same skip. It almost looked like Zombie Lady for Doc going in there. Alright, looks like... Yeah, predictions already closed, about to close, I don't know. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, these ghosts and mice, this is 7 for sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Wow, this is a rough fight. That's static too. I think that's just part of the track, maybe? Ooh, Doc's gonna take a rip here. Yeah, that's a tough fight to take. Even, he had a crystal charm, so the runaway strats really aren't the worst there. Alright, Andy finding the wet towel skip. I don't remember if that's the one that Doc found. Doesn't have the backstage pass. I think that's what he was checking for there. This is kind of loud. Some of the tracks get really loud. Yeah, Doc, the rip sucks, but he's not in the worst shape. He had to save. Ooh, Tucson. Yikes. Alright, so this floor is a beast. He's got Tucson and Threed. Okay, Andy did find that skip. Okay. And he believes he's on 7 as well, so I'm gonna go with that. Right. Good call, Rizukun. Yep, you're right. I thought I had seen that backstage pass from before, but I couldn't remember if it was Doc or Andy. Obviously, it's Doc. Yeah, this is... Oh, we got Summers too, so Andy's gonna actually find out. Okay. That ant is no fun, especially with... Oh, wow. Yeah, the rabbit's foot coming through clutch. It's 6, okay. And what do we have for bosses? Shatterman. Okay, so boss list is not bad. And they're both on 6. Okay, so I was actually way off. I thought for sure it was 7. Andy finding another skip. So this is where most, especially I think beginner. Okay, that's a cool song. Most beginner and intermediate runners would hit this point and just be like, their brain is just upside down. But with these experienced runners, they're completely fine with just skip, just go, go, go. Okay, yeah, Andy's on floor 9. This guy, dude, I'm telling you. Yep, just... I can't believe it, dude. He does it every time. I'm flabbergasted that this guy can just rush ancient cave seeds like this. Yeah, for sure, floor 9. And like I said, that's when you can confidently approach those skips and be like, okay, like I know where I am, I know where these can potentially go, and you're skip, like just running right into them over and over. If you're experienced with this is what you can do. Is just, you know, brute force your way into floor 9. Obviously, there's luck involved, but man. Yeah, seriously, and then a free vendor here too. This is insane. Yeah, ultimate bat. This is basically infinite money. Jeez, what a seed. And yeah, secret herbs, you're essentially, wow, Doc takes another rip, unfortunate. Yeah, Andy's essentially, immortal. He's got all these secret herbs. He can sell the bats for big money. They have their mind only on one thing. Yeah, so Andy just immediately stumbled upon that floor 9 skip, and it's just paying off. Did Doc? It looks like, okay, yeah, Doc is still on 6. I believe that's what it was. Holy crap, okay. Is it this lull? Yep, lull. Good old Andy. Okay, so for those unaware, these guys were talking before the race, or earlier today. And Andy, like, full humble mode is like, I haven't done this. I hate to, like, put Andy on blast here, but I kind of have to with how ridiculous this is going for him. He's like, I haven't run this in months. Like, Doc, you're a grinder. Like, you're gonna crush me. And Andy, playing it off like he can't pull off, these sub 40 seeds without playing for months. And here we are. Insane. So, rip. For now, rip to the Swellman betters. If Andy can pull this one out, it's going to be an upset in terms of the prediction. Was pretty heavily slanted towards Doc. Andy knows where he is. He's not even going to... he might. Okay, no. Yeah, he knows he's on floor 9. Those fires are pretty dangerous. He's got some NPC blockage. Big moves, big moves. Doesn't always work out that the NPCs do some blocking for you, but worked out great there. Oh, dropping the frames. But yeah, no, this is still far from over. Andy's got a substantial lead right now, but... Oh, and we get a vendor. Wow, so... Big time moves here from Andy. Got himself that vendor, make a few grand. I doubt we see him make his way back to any kind of ballistics vendor. He's got a heavy bazooka, so no, he really doesn't have to. He's got his pendant for Gygus, he's got his bazooka for Gygus. I assume he's got to grind out Shield Sigma. He's already found Gygus, so I think Andy at this point is looking for levels and a save. And then he'll probably go fight Gygus. So Andy just stumbling on the right skip. This is what happens in AC. Randomizers. Oh, right. Yeah, he was right there in a drugstore. Stupid. Getting a bit hungry. The hunger's starting to affect me. Doing back-to-back races, I'm gonna start getting real stupid. But yeah, so Andy has a save. I assume he's just poking around for either levels or stuff. This is a good fight to catch levels on, to not have to fight any floor 9 stuff. I appreciate that, Rizikun. But yeah, so Andy, he really doesn't want to fight these floor 9. He's not really in shape to be fighting these floor 9 enemies for levels, so catching that robot is super fortunate. Because it's like, you know, mid-tier enemy in terms of difficulty, and he can still catch levels off of it. There's another save for him. He found a Gaia Beam, which is not best in slot for Jeff, but I believe it's second best in slot. Ooh, and Doc's finding his floor 6 boss here. Nice. Ooh, okay, so he skipped on to 8. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. I missed that completely. He did skip on to 8. Okay. My mistake. Hard to keep track of all this stuff. Someone skips in the blink of an eye. Ooh, that's a nice room for Andy. Definitely a room full of presents is something we like to see on floor 9, especially with a save. He can kind of utilize this area as kind of an anchor point, as I like to call them. Catch some levels, get himself ready. He's gonna find a bunch of stuff in here. Ooh, Thunder and Storm, giving Doc some grief here. It's usually not this tough. I guess he doesn't... Yeah, he's got no Franklin badge, so that's tough. And he just kind of doesn't have the output here. Oh, Ness is homesick. Ooh. That is rough. You get the Ego Orb. Nice. Dude, that is rough for Doc. Yeah, Thunder and Storm just giving him the business. I guess he just didn't have enough damage output there, and Thunder and Storm just kind of laid into him, it looked like. Back to 3'd. Yeah, not ideal. That sends Doc way back. They're the same. It scales the same, I believe, to vanilla. Just like scale it to the cave, you know? Oh, Andy dropping frames. I know he's not happy about that. He's on that fiber. Unless it's me. It could be me. I do have a lot of things going at once here. But don't quote me on that. Chaz could have... I don't know for sure if Chaz has tweaked homesickness. But I'm pretty sure I remember him mentioning that it scales similarly to glitchless. Just like to the cave. You're most likely to get it... Or, sorry, to levels, not cave. So you're likely to catch it on similar levels to vanilla. Sorry, I misspoke. ATM. Something tells me that's not what Andy's looking for. Dude. I'm not sure what he is looking for, but I'm pretty sure an ATM ain't it. He's gonna try to catch some levels here. So yeah, he's looking for levels. I can only imagine he's looking for like a nice, like a better anchor point than Brick Road. The famous thing. Excellent. So it looks like Doc remembers his route. Yeah, he's definitely trying to level. For sure. I'm just trying to think of like what's his approach, you know? Like how is he thinking to catch these levels? Because he is running from some fights, so I assume if he was just looking for levels, he would have bought that. Yeah, maybe just like he's looking for his full heal. That's probably it, yeah. Sounds right, to be honest. Yep, okay, so Doc, smart guy, remembers the pathing back to the boss. Remembers, sometimes I'm like, I'll die to something and it's like, oh crap, like, how did I get there? Alright, let's see if it was it Thunder and Storm just being a jerk, or... I mean, the lightning's obviously with no Franklin badge is terrible. Already has super bombs. Did I see Starstorm there too? Ooh, there's Andy's full heal. Okay. So they're guaranteed every floor. So Andy knew that's what he was digging for. He's like, I gotta find my full heal, and he's got it. So I assume at this point he sticks around this sanctuary. And tries to get, you know, to Shield Sigma. I assume that's his plan. Maybe he's looking for more pendants too. That could be something. Yeah, he's checking his stats. Or at least his HP values. He can gauge pretty well based on his HP, like where he needs to be. Has anyone noticed? Ooh, okay, Pooh has prey. Jeez. So it is just Thunder and Storm just being an absolute jerk. Like, okay, so Doc is handling this pretty well. He does have Star Party. Wow, he's just going for it. Oh, he doesn't have the psychic points. Yeah, tough time. Yeah. So, no Franklin badge. Thunder and Storm just laying it out on Doc. There's another Ego Orb. Desert on floor 9 is pretty helpful. He's gonna find an arms dealer. And there's a bunch of gifts around, and he's like Uko said, definitely looking to scour gift boxes. And he doesn't feel like he has quite the stuff to take on Gygas yet. Diamond bands are plentiful on floor 9. That pink and green. Jeez. Palette swap. Shield killer is absolutely useless. Especially at this point. But even more so, or even as useless earlier on. Andy gonna take the XP here, I assume? Or just green? Yeah, he's gonna go for the XP. Smart move. Fobbies. They could be pretty strong. Their stats are randomized, but typically these Fobbies are pretty resilient. Nice, okay. He's getting a lot of them killed, which is good. The other two aren't too far off. Damn, so Doc just kind of... I feel bad, like... He just can't get through Thunder and Storm. He's had a couple chances to get through and just Thunder and Storm is just beating on him. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's, I'm sure, exactly what was it Andy was looking for. Another strong pendant. He's got his arms dealer here, which I assume he'll be checking for super bombs, maybe MBRs. Alright, yeah, so now he's taking on... Excuse me. Taking on these Starmen for XP. Now that he knows he's got what he's looking for, he's got his damage output, so... Now he can take the time for these fights. Let's see what Robot Boy has for super bombs. Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking for. Super fortunate to get a super bomb vendor on floor 9. You don't always get it, but when you do, it hits real nice. Yeah, so it looks like Doc just doesn't have the damage output. He's got super... Okay, he does have super bombs, so... And he's keeping Pooh up on the psychic points so he can heal. You can tell he kind of keeps wanting to fire out. Okay, GG's. Nice job, Doc. Nice job. I'm sure that was pretty frustrating for him. I'm sure he's breathing a sigh of relief to get that boss out of the way. Unfortunately, he's got kind of a doozy of a floor 9 to deal with here. Andy is kind of already pretty familiar with. Oh no. I'm sure that's not what Andy was going for. Oh, okay, interesting. So the beginning of the floor... Oh, this could... Okay, we might have ourselves a race here, folks. Andy doesn't know it, but he is at the beginning of the floor. So he's kind of gone backwards. He has set an exit mouse at Gygus, so he has that going. Which Doc doesn't. But still, yeah, this traffic jam isn't going to work. Also, hot tip here, run on the road, not in the desert. You can't get sunstroke on the road. Okay, so Andy's just going to take the death warp here, which is super smart. Actually, he knows he's nowhere near where he needs to be, this is a super 5-head play from Andy. Super 5-head play. There was a dog behind that? What? But yeah, this is Andy's experience coming into play. He knew where he saved. He knew where he was nowhere near where he needed to be, and he knew that if he took a death warp, he just goes right back to this heal room, which is amazing. It's got a save and a full heal. 5-head, not 4-head. 5-head. Yeah, that's big 5-head right there for sure, and that's just Andy. Not to downplay, but that's he has that like top tier mindset going into these kinds of things where he can pull moves like that, and it clearly paid off for him. Okay, so he doesn't know Sigma yet. I didn't quite catch the menu there. I was looking at what Doc was doing, but I assume if he's backing off here, it's because he doesn't have Shield Sigma. Or maybe he's going for it. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was checking for there. Maybe it's just where their stats are. Well, that was a weird noise. These are all weird noises. I guess the sound font wasn't ready. Okay. Thanks, RBM. Yeah, so he knows he's up against a formidable opponent. He's gonna go. Let's just try to get through this. Let's shield Alpha. Oh, Right, because he's got a billion super bombs. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, he's not scared. He's just gonna rip right through this. I think that's his. Yeah, exactly. Just YOLO mindset. Just screw the shield. Let's just DPS pokey and deal with it from there. Which is, yeah, extremely risky, as you can see. But he figures Doc is probably, he doesn't know where Doc is, so he's got to figure, I have to go for this. Like, he probably assumes Doc is, hit the same skips or similar skips. Because you don't know as a racer. That's what's crazy about rando is that, like, in vanilla you can look at where your opponent is and kind of base your decisions off of that, but with rando you can't look. Andy with the teleport, he's trying to figure out what he should do. That's the circle of frustration typically, is like, do I keep pushing this or do I eat time and try to catch Shield Sigma? And like I said, he doesn't know where Doc is, so I'm sure in his own mind he's like, oh, Doc's probably ahead of me, like he's probably, or at least close, and time is of the essence in a race. So Doc must have found the Auto Star Master somewhere. Right, so Andy, I think, is just kind of getting his coiffure in order. He wants to optimize his menus. He's kind of taking the time to make sure items are where they need to be. I think he got into that phase 1 and was just like, these things aren't where I want them to be. So now he's taking the time to get things in order. He's thinking. I can see the gears turning. Okay, he's just gonna go for it. Maybe he just tries to level up here. No. Oh, you have to re-trigger that door. That's what it is. So if you exit mouse inside the Gygus room there, and you go back to it, Gygus won't fight you. You have to go in and out. You have to actually enter that door for Gygus to fight you. I thought maybe he'd be backing out to catch levels, but I remembered that that's how that door works. It's one of, like, it's, that one door is like that. Any others are. Just because it's Gygus. Alright, try 2 for Andy. We'll see if he... Yeah, okay. I think that's a smart move. At least getting... Oh, he got baited. At least getting the Shield Alpha on someone, He probably stacked his secret herbs on Pooh. And he's just gonna focus all in on Pooh, which he's the prayer person, so that is smart. Yeah, so he has to kind of reset this door, or else Gygus won't fight him. Oh, he is gonna take a fight. Interesting. What happens here sometimes in the rando, since PSI, like the level you learn PSI, is randomized, sometimes what happens is Shield Sigma is on some, like, astronomically high level, which could be the case. Let's see. I don't think I saw him learn it there. He's just trying to spawn fights. It's actually a decent clip through on that fire. Doc's probably thinking, man, Andy hasn't finished yet? Like, if I'm to assume what either of these guys is thinking, Andy's probably like, crap, Doc is right behind me. And Doc's probably thinking, why hasn't Andy finished yet? Or, like, feeling lucky that Andy hasn't finished yet. looks like he learned it. I didn't notice. I should have been paying attention. But I assume if he's going for the fight, he learned it. Dude. Yeah, sound font. Don't like this song. I guess he didn't learn it. Dang, baited again. Yeah, beta, especially without Shield Sigma, is just like an auto reset. He's getting baited a lot. Jabaited, as I like to say. Yes, hard resets are allowed. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I should make that more clear to people. So the idea behind no resets in vanilla is, you know, it's too easy to RNG manipulate. That's like, it's the only reason. It's literally the only reason we enforce no hard resets in glitchless. Is because if we did, it would just be manipulated, which we don't want. But rando, it's impossible. Like, you can't. There's no way you could manipulate this on the fly. Like, it's literally impossible. So that's the thought process. As to why hard resets are allowed in this. Yep, totally. Was that a gut save? Holy crap. On Doc. Alright, so I think probably at this point they're both thinking, why hasn't the other guy finished yet? Jeez, the betas. That's 3 in a row. Bummer. Yeah, Andy must be getting frustrated at this point. I would be. I think it's like 60-40 alpha to, or beta to alpha in terms of percentage chance it'll happen. So it's heavier to beta, but not by that much. Yeah, and unfortunately, grinding shield it's terrible. As a runner, like, you hate doing it, and so I totally get where Andy's coming from. Because it could be a super high level. Honestly, I don't. Does anyone know if Doc has learned it? I'm not sure if Doc learned it yet or not. Oh, Doc does have it. Okay. So Doc has grinded it out, I guess, fighting, because Andy fought no bosses. So I guess that's kind of where Doc has the advantage. He has that Thunder and Storm XP. Was that another beta? No, not at all. It's not that kind of mentality. Not noobs grind shield. I think it's just it can be such a high level sometimes that you're like, I don't want to grind out Sigma. Typically Sigma doesn't end up that high. Usually you've already learned it off of, you know, a few pretty high tier fights, but like I said, because Andy didn't fight any bosses or any like high tier bosses like Doc did, he didn't catch a lot of that like heavy boss XP. So that's why Doc has it. Right, yeah, exactly. Like Felbot said, there's no way for him to know. It could be 2 levels, it could be 10 levels. He doesn't know. And like I said, with the mentality of a rando race like this, it's kind of just go, 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 go. It feels really bad to slow down and grind levels in a tournament setting. Was that okay? That's just Andy's good luck has turned into bad. A thought, yes. I'm open ears. Yeah, Doc he's closing in though. I believe Gygus is off one of these winter's doors. With the hard resets being unintentional manipulation to get beta. It's a less of a chance he dies compared to beta. Alpha is more survivable. Like he's definitely looking for the alpha. I don't think Andy's just getting these betas over and over. Oh, he found, okay, Doc has found it. Excellent. No, I think Andy's aware that he could be getting the same RNG string to these betas. Yeah, okay, there we go. But I think he knows enough that if he just moves around enough, it's gonna oh wow, Doc is YOLOing it too. Excellent. Alright, alright. Okay, we this thing tightened up. And you know, Doc knowing Sigma. Wow. Oof. Wow, this race, yeah. It's big time. It's getting big time. And Doc is, you know, like I said, he's a grinder. He grinds these seeds out, so he has no problem just jumping right into this Gygus fight. Like, oh wow, Andy got to phase 2. Wait, oh he died. Okay. I thought I heard the death swell there. Okay. So, Doc Believer is back in front. So, I guess, yeah, Andy's just like, forget it. Let's try to get Sigma. This alpha thing isn't working. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of Andy's own doing. He could, you know, he could have chosen to just grind out these levels. Oof, the Psychic Reflect. Nice vibe check. I like the vibe check emote. True Failbot, yeah, at least take the levels to get higher HP. That's a good point. Ah, and Doc, this is down, not a huge deal. He's got super bombs. It's okay. He didn't find that heavy bazooka that Andy found. Magnet Omega phase 1 is a really good move if you're looking for psychic points. Postcard Lady. Yeah, so the high level shield Sigma strikes again. What did he tell you? Alright, so Doc not quite out of the woodwork yet. Domestic freak. Jeez. He's still got a battle here. I didn't know he didn't have the heavy bazooka that Andy has. Heavy bazooka is absolutely huge. Probably the best item in Ancient Cave. But yeah, Ancient Cave, to RBM's point, yeah, Ancient Cave can be a cruel mistress for sure. It's not all fun and games, but it can be a really good time. But you'll definitely, it's still Earthbound. At the end of the day, Earthbound gonna Earthbound. They're fun, man, especially like casually, you know? You can just kind of chill, not have to worry about the clock. And, you know, if you played Earthbound a million times and are looking for a new adventure, Andy doing the spawn circle. Yeah, Doc just kind of clawing away here. He doesn't have a ton of damage output options. Okay, I get to see what Pokey's doing for freeze. Not much. Okay, so Pokey is somewhat resistant to freeze. So this is a situation where, like we saw with the last race, we saw Raikou Brain Shock Omega. I feel like this kind of seed is perfect for Brain Shock Omega phase 1 here. Oh wow, Doc going balls to the wall, just throwing the... okay, it paid off. It didn't kill the prayer person, so that actually worked out for Doc. He's still got to deal with damage phase 2 here. Having no damage output is still an issue. Ooh, Star Party. Intimidated by bogey percent. Yeah. I mean, for non-speedrunners, any kind of, like... you know... I think run of Earthbound is going to be an intimidating one, even boogie percent. I'm like that too though. I'm trying to get my friends and family to like, hey, let's you guys want to play some old RPGs? Like, they're fun. Ooh, the lightning's hurting here, yeah, and Doc on phase 2 prayer strats, which are very common in Ancient Cave. I feel like a lot of the times, unless you happen to have like great damage output, you're typically praying phase 2. Ooh, this is tough for Doc. Yeah. He's got no psychic points to heal. Prayer is only going to take him so far. He's looking for the 1 in 16 full res, I think is the only thing that saves him. Or maybe, you know, the damage prayer. Okay, he got the full heal. Or not like the res, but, you know, max HP, which is good. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. Ah, this guy, okay. Son, I think now Doc is just looking for the... Yep, there we go. Perfect. That's what he was looking for. So now he's got damage output with Ness. Paula can't do much. Jeff's got a weapon at least. Holy frijoles. I assume Andy has found... Yes, okay. Okay. Sorry, I hadn't looked up there in a while. So Doc eking it out here. He unfortunately the strat here is to Brain Shock Gygus, but because Pooh has no psychic points, that's not an option. So he's unfortunately just has to deal with these lightnings. Okay, Andy's into phase 2. Oh man. We're almost tied here. I think Doc, Doc's got the damage. Doc's got the damage advantage currently, but if Andy can catch up, he's got the psychic points on Pooh, so he can Brain Shock. There it is. Okay. Okay. This is insane. Yeah. Andy's got a million damage output. Gets that lightning. Luckily, he queued up the alpha, the life up alpha. Yeah, Andy, they're tied right now almost. This is insane. Who's gonna get to phase 3 first? Doc kind of just scratching away. Doesn't have the damage output that Andy has. This is crazy. This lead changed like 3 times in the last 15 minutes. And it's like Andy was way ahead, and then he fell way behind. Doc pulled way ahead, and now Andy pulls ahead. Crazy. Alright, so Andy doesn't want to Brain Shock yet. He's got to wait till this first phase because you technically phase again here. So if you're to Brain Shock Prayer 1, it would wear off on this transition. So the Brain Shock would be inactive, so you kind of hold off on that first prayer with the Brain Shock. Now he's going to hit the Brain Shock. Test. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, RBM. That first 2 times he went at Gygus, I could see it. Like, this makes sense why you would yellow this. You have a billion super bombs. Just crank it through, but I think Pokey rolled just high enough HP that it didn't work out for Andy those first few times. But yeah, I think he had the right idea, for sure. Just attacking it initially. With those bajillion super bombs he had, 100%. Oh wow, and Doc gets to phase 3. I think Andy's gonna get this though. Crazy race, insane. Yep, lots of secret herbs. Yep. Oof, those flashes hitting hard. For Doc anyway. So Doc is still in trouble. I think he'll be okay, but he has no healing for Pooh, and he can't Brain Shock either. So every one of those lightnings is terrifying for Doc. Yeah, dead turns could do it, for sure. Let's see, what prayers are we on here? Doc's on the 114 prayer. Oh yeah, it's a wrap. Wow, incredible race. It absolutely lived up to the hype. Holy. Well played by both runners. That was amazing. Andy's not done yet, but he pretty much is. What a doozy. Both runners just pulling out all the stops. GG's to Andy. Well played. Fastest time in the round as well. I think both of these times will be the top 2 times in the round. Oops. Andy's probably going, holy crap, I won. How did I pull this out? with all the shenanigans. But he did. Last year's champion takes the win in round 1. Yeah, we're not even into the next rounds of Swiss yet. Once we get to like rounds 2, 3, 4 of Swiss, I can't guarantee that every race is going to be like this, but it's going to be like that caliber of races as we hit these next couple rounds. Oof. Oh no. Unlucky. Unlucky. No, we didn't do weeklies this year. Oh, I'm sorry, Doc. That sucks. Let's see if we can get those predictions in. Congrats to the Andy believers. Yeah, to go through that entire Gygas fight and to lose on what was that, the second to last prayer? Uh-oh. Well, that's me. Let me switch audio. Yeah, Andy's probably checking out Restream like, what? Gotta get the MPHs. Yeah, big lesson, Andy, for sure. I honestly, like I said earlier, the first couple attempts were valiant, especially with the items you had. Like, I don't blame you for taking those first few. I think you had the right idea. It's just you got baited a bunch, and yeah, that's tough, man. Oh, is that, yeah, the ultimate bat not being on Ness? Ooh, 5 NPH. And so much betas. Yeah, Andy, I don't know, obviously you didn't see what happened, but this race was, you were both on phase 2, like, about the same time. Doc was, like, slightly behind on damage. Oh, this is the room he didn't check. This is the heavy bazooka room. He's gonna be pleased with this one. Ah, interesting. I didn't catch that. Always good to catch the inside info from the runners themselves. Yeah, checking Shield Sigma, it's one of those things like checking Prey, checking Shield Sigma, checking Brain Shock. Sometimes if you're like, you know, rush, go, you get up to Gygas and you're like, oh, I didn't check any of that stuff. Man, manage. Man, it really do be like that. Yep. Man, it really do be like that. Oh, ultimate bat whiffs. Interesting. I don't think I knew that either. Are you sure? Is that the Casey bat? Does the ultimate bat do that too? I honestly don't know. Hey man, I can't fraction math either. Yeah, Swellman got lightninged. Like late prayer. Brutal. Yeah, so what happened was Swellman got kind of damage blocked phase 2 and was praying a bunch, and Andy, you had those super bombs, so you were behind Swellman for a lot. But then because you had all those super bombs phase 2, you pulled way ahead. He was kind of just damage locked. Yep, no heavy bazooka. He just found it. Yep. Yeah, definitely go back and watch the VOD. My reaction to you hitting floor 9 within 20 minutes was, I guess, decent. But yeah, I mean, you hit Gygas so early. It was crazy. Yeah, exactly, Andy. You saw a lot more of floor 9 than Doc did. He came in naturally through the boss door, whereas you came in through a skip super early, obviously. And got to see way more of the floor way earlier than Doc did. So Doc fought Thunder and Storm on 8, so that's why he had Sigma. Whereas Andy just kind of booped his way right into floor 9 without fighting any big bosses. It was a quick. You skipped into, I want to say 5 or 6, and then skipped immediately into 9. 1, 2, skip 4. Yes, yeah, that's what it was. Skip 6, skip 9. And like you hit that 9 really soon after the skip to 6. It was just like bang bang, like right in. I couldn't believe it. And it was like you found that room with the heavy bazooka and the star pennant like immediately. So it was just like, okay, this is 9. Like heavy bazooka doesn't show up anywhere else. I mean, it can, but wow. Okay, nice. Yes, that is correct, Rizakin. That was the first door to 9 was the right side tunnel door. Dusty Dunes. So Doc has just enough for a brain shock. I assume that's on purpose. Oh, nope, he's just gonna go for it. Interesting. Maybe he's doing 2 life ups. Okay. Every one of those lightnings is a clincher. Those little damages are fine. So Doc's actually in a pretty good position here. I can see why he didn't go for brain shock. He already had 2 kids down, and luckily with Jeff going down, there's only a 1 in 4 chance that lightning comes through, which is pretty good. Pretty good chances. And I assume if he gets hit by 1 or even 2, he's gonna immediately heal. Oh, did I curse him? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm being pretty loose with commentary curse. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Even like a life up here is probably worth it. Yeah, commentary curse is too strong, especially in randomizer. Chaz threw down some curse hammers pretty hard on some people last year. Nice, Doc is getting there. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's 100% why he saved his psychic points. Yep, 100%. Nice, GG Doc. Way to stick it out. Actually, I cursed him. I'm realizing I cursed him previously. It was my fault that he died that last time. I said he was like all done, and he wasn't. But yeah, GG Doc. Well played. Good on you for sticking it out. Catch our MPHs here. So congrats, Andy. Onto the 1-0 pool. And rip to the 0-1 that has to face Doc. Because I assume he's going into round 2 with a fiery vengeance. And I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. I'm happy to be 1-0 and not have to go up against Doc. I'll say that much. Man, it really do be like that. Yeah, GG's, guys. Are either of you, I don't know if Doc's listening, I think Andy might be still, I don't know, but if either of you are continuing stream, I'll pass along the raid. Yeah, crazy race. Lived up to the hype, absolutely. Genghis? It's gonna be Genghis? Never Genghis. That's the thing. No one is speedrunning EB right now. Ending soon, okay. Good to know, Doc. GG's, once again. I think you both played extremely well. Do. Just immediately cut stream. All right, 4 NPH for Doc. Nice. Too shabby. All right. Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed the race. Yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that, commentating that. I enjoyed commentating both races. I love AC. I appreciate everybody hanging, watching. Once again, this is just the first round. Be sure to hit that follow button if you like what you see and you want to see more of it. There's nothing but AC coming in the next couple months, so definitely be sure to follow the runners. As always, winner goes in the credits. Yeah, it always helps to watch the top runners do their thing. Learn a lot for sure. But yeah, plenty of races to come. This was the last race in the round, so we got a fresh round coming. We're going to be posting those soon, so keep your eyes on the Discord, racers. Posting those real soon. Oh yeah, I'm very hungry. Definitely going to eat. Appreciate it, Rizukun. Yeah, his tummy's definitely rumbling. So yeah, we're going to raid Andy. Go give Andy some love. He's playing Dragon Quest VIII. Yeah, enjoy. I'll see y'all next time.
Oh my god. Gamers.